Hi, and thank you for keeping up with our journey of developing our online course. And now we are at a point whereby we are looking at how to set up application activities. These are activities where students are supposed to put into practice what you've been teaching them through the principles that they acquired in the acquisition activity or the prepare activity, where they were reading and being exposed to different materials. In the engaging activity, they were able to interact with each other, and we are able to create that constructivist class where students are able to share their learning, share their understanding with each other. They're able to learn from each other. You're also provided an opportunity as you review their contribution in the discussion forum. You're able to review their understanding of the concepts that are being taught in that topic. Now, at the application level, at the apply kind of activities, here we are looking at the ABC learning design. We're looking at the practice and production activity types. We are expecting the students to put into practice what they have learned. In some cases, you expect them to produce an artifact or produce an output that you are able to assess that they have understood, and they are well grounded in the concepts that were taught in that topic, and they are well in terms of attaining the learning outcomes that were stated for that. So for this purpose, we're going to look at how we use the assessment tools, specifically the assignment tool and the quiz tool. So we'll start with the assignment tool. So the assignment tool provides you an opportunity to allow students to submit their work for you to grade. It is a very rich tool because it also allows for group submission. So this is whereby students are working in groups and they can submit one artifact which you can grade, and the grade will be applied across all the group members. So in setting this up, we're going to see how this is done, and then we're going to move to the quiz tool. And in the quiz tool, we're going to see how you can set up different assessment questions, from multiple choice questions, true, false, matching questions, and we're going to specifically focus on what we call the gift format. So this is a format where you can use a text file to generate your questions, and once you have generated your questions, you can upload it in the question bank and then add it to your quiz. So this is going to be quite a journey for this particular module, because it's going to be we're going to go through several steps. So I'll start with the assignment module. In the assignment module, the assignment activity, how you add the assignment activity is you ensure that you turn editing on. We are in edit mode. We move to the apply section of our module or our topic, over to this section where we're going to add an activity or resource, and the activity type we focus on is the assignment tool. Now for the assignment tool, once you have selected the assignment tool, you need to put in the settings. And the first setting is the name of the assignment. So this is a topic 1 assignment. Put in a description which is guiding the learners on how you want them to submit the assignment. If there's a specific formatting that you expect them to format their work, this is the place to put in the instructions, how you're going to grade, what you're looking for. So generally you can give them an overview of what is expected of them as they're submitting the assignment, and maybe discuss or share information around the rubric that will be used in grading the assessment. Then you can put in the actual instructions of the assignment. You can either type it here or attach it as a file if it is elaborate in terms of you have created a Word document, a PDF document, attach it here, which will provide the learners with the context of the assignment. What are they expected to do? It's important to also put in the duration which they will be submitting the assignment. So when do they start submitting the assignment? So allow submission from. So check this, put in the date, the month, the year, and even the time. The due date, when the submissions should have come in, and the cutoff date. When you set the cutoff date, of course it has to be way ahead of the due date. This is the point at which the system will cut off the students so that they cannot be able to submit. If you only set the due date and not set the cutoff date, students will still be able to submit assignments even past the due date. It's only going to indicate in red which students submitted after the due date. Then you can set the date to which the system can remind you to grade. When it comes to the submission types, you can have online text where students will be provided a space where they can type in their answers, or you can have file submissions where students submit or upload the assignment, okay, in form of files. If you're using the online text, you can put in word limit. So maybe you want the students to submit in not more than 2,000 words. So this only works when you're using the online text. But if you're using the file submission only, it will allow you to limit the number of files that can be attached by the student to the assignment. Also limit the size of the files that can be submitted. Keep it at around 10 MB. We don't want students submitting very huge files. And then you can also specify the assignment submission type, which type of files will be submitted. If I'm teaching grammar, if I'm teaching language, and I have given the students something, an excerpt to read and record themselves while reading that excerpt, and I want to assess them, I can actually limit and just indicate to the system that I only expect audio files to be submitted. If I want them to just submit document files, I can check that, and I can even further specify the kind of files I want. If I want them to be strictly PDF files, I can do that. So this assignment tool is also rich in the sense that it can help you restrain the students' submission so that they can only submit certain file types depending on the nature of the assessment. Okay, under feedback files, feedback types, make sure you check all the feedback types. So this one allows you, when you're grading the assignment, feedback comments will provide you a space where you can put in comments to the learner as you're grading their work. Annotated PDF allows you to actually annotate on the PDF submitted by the students. Offline grading allows you to download all the assignments, grade them offline, and upload them back into the system. And then the feedback files allows you to track changes and submit the document which is tracked to the learner, which provides the learners with quality feedback. Okay, I need also to, I mentioned that the assignment allows for students to submit in groups. So if you have allowed or created groups in your course, and we're going to create a tutorial to show you how to create groups in a course, for this group submission setting, you can set it to yes if you want students to submit one submission per group, and then require group to make submission indicating yes. Okay, and then that is sufficient. So students, the group leader can submit an assignment on behalf of all the group members. But if the assignments are just individual based, where each student is submitting their own, so you can set this setting to no. The other is completion conditions. Remember, completion tracking. This being an assignment, we need to track that the student has submitted or attempted this activity. And this being an assignment, it's best tracked by submission. So we enable a requirement that the students should make a submission. You can also put in a limit by the timelines within which they need to make their submission. And this should be in line with the cutoff date as well as the due date we have seen up there. Now, over and above that, we also need to put in the grade. So how I'm grading this assignment out of 15 points, and it's simple direct grading. Okay, and then of course, now that we have enabled Turnitin on our platform, we should be able to check for plagiarism related aspects of the student submission. So make sure that you set all the Turnitin plugin setting to yes, okay, just as it has already been done. Now once you have set up the assignment and you are happy with the settings, you can save and return to course. So that is how you set up an assignment in Moodle. So I do expect that we will be giving students some practical activities where they're supposed to produce certain outputs, which then they can submit to us to grade through the assignment. And there is our assignment, the topic 1 assignment. So in the next part of the tutorial, we're going to look at how you can create a Moodle quiz. So we're going to add a Moodle quiz, then we're going to use the gift format type to be able to generate a text file with our questions. and then upload it into the question bank and then add it to our quiz.